We, the jury, in the above account of cause, find the defendant, Weldon K. McDavid, guilty of the crime of conspiracy to commit murder.
Diana Lovejoy collapsed in a California courtroom upon learning that she had been found guilty in what authorities referred to as a failed murder-for-hire scheme aimed at her husband. Although her husband survived the shooting, Lovejoy and her firearms instructor, Weldon McDavid Jr., were separately convicted on charges including conspiracy to commit murder and attempted murder. When the verdict was announced, Lovejoy gradually lost consciousness, eventually hitting her head on the table in an unconscious state. To ensure her well-being, Judge Sim Von Kalinowski ordered the courtroom to be cleared for the 45-year-old to receive medical attention. Once proceedings resumed, the same jury returned guilty verdicts against McDavid. As his family observed, the 50-year-old bowed his head in anguish and shed tears. Lovejoy, residing in Carlsbad, now faces a sentence of 25 years to life in prison, while McDavid, the one who pulled the trigger, faces a potential sentence of 50 years to life.
Count 1, attempted rape with specifications. Count 2, aggravated murder with specifications. Count 3, aggravated robbery with specifications. Count 4, aggravated murder.
Anthony Kirkland, born on September 13, 1968, is an American serial killer who operated in the Cincinnati area between 2006 and 2009. Kirkland mercilessly ended the lives of 4 women, including 3 innocent children. His spree of violence followed a previous conviction for the 1987 murder of another woman, which resulted in a 16-year prison sentence. Kirkland's arrest occurred near the location where 13-year-old Esme Kinney was murdered, and he was found in possession of her watch and iPod. Following a conviction for aggravated murder, gross abuse of a corpse, attempted rape, and aggravated robbery, Kirkland received his sentencing on March 31, 2010. Recognizing the gravity of his crimes, the judge handed down the ultimate punishment, death.
Felonious assault, a felony of the second degree, it is ordered that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years in prison on that count. As to count 3 of that case, the robbery, which is also a felony of the second degree, the court orders that the defendant shall serve a term of 2 years on that count as well.
Tony Farmer, a prominent high school basketball player in Ohio, experienced a dramatic courtroom incident when he collapsed upon receiving his 3-year prison sentence for assaulting his ex-girlfriend. Farmer pleaded guilty to charges of kidnapping, robbery, assault, and intimidation against his ex-girlfriend, stemming from an incident that occurred earlier in the year. As the judge pronounced a 3-year prison term for kidnapping and 2 years for felonious assault, Farmer, under the mistaken impression that he would be serving a total of 5 years, was overcome with shock and collapsed, requiring assistance from a sheriff to regain his footing. The judge clarified that the sentences would be served concurrently, meaning the total time would be 3 years. Renowned colleges, including Illinois, DePaul, Penn State, and Xavier, had extended scholarship offers to the 6 feet 7 inches, 220-pound forward, with Michigan and Michigan State expressing interest in recruiting him. Farmer had been poised to enter his senior season at Garfield Heights High School in Cleveland, but instead, he will now be heading to prison.
Versus Darnell K. Booth, 1 charge for rape. Okay, Mr. Booth, call.
During his arraignment, a 34-year-old Uber driver named Darnell Booth from Dorchester faced charges of raping a 16-year-old girl. As the judge recited the accusation against him, Booth collapsed and broke down emotionally. The arrest of Booth took place following an investigation by the Everett police. He stands accused of committing the rape in an empty parking lot. At his arraignment, he was ordered to be held without bail. According to prosecutors, Booth's initial encounter with the girl occurred when she requested an Uber ride from Melrose to Everett. Subsequently, Booth added her on Snapchat, initiating communication with her. Booth messaged the girl, inquiring if she needed a ride to school after she mentioned missing her bus. During that ride, prosecutor Carrie Spiros alleged that Booth pulled into a vacant parking lot and launched an attack on her.
As Your Honor can see,
An atmosphere of utter chaos engulfs the Connecticut courtroom as the weight of the situation overwhelms the teenage murder suspect, causing him to faint during his arraignment. The tension in the room reaches its peak as the friends of the 16-year-old victim, consumed by anger and grief, unleash a torrent of obscenities directed at the accused. The raw emotions reverberate through the air, intensifying the already charged atmosphere. Responding swiftly to restore order, the court marshals, with an air of authority, swiftly intervene. It is revealed that Adams, the 18-year-old defendant, and the victim had engaged in a series of text message exchanges prior to the fateful incident. Thanks for watching. We hope that you found this information both informative and engaging. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications so that you never miss a new video.